vault I created with the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC in Fallout 4. So, starting off, here's the vault door. Nothing really can be changed here, so there's not a whole lot. I left a lot of the clutter around, just because I felt like it added character. So, you have two turrets, just in case anything does try and come in. And then the real stuff starts when you get down this hallway. So as you head in, you get to the atrium of the vault. It's a little dim because there aren't really any good lighting setups for this, but when you start off, you see like there's a bunch of rooms heading off in different directions, and basically, on the left you have what's called resident, and you have an area for dwellers to work out, a slot machine in case you want to gamble, a barbershop, and a facial surgery. There's also a weapons workshop, armor workbench, and power armor station. Though I don't have a power armor available for my dwellers. There's also two statues of Vault Boy and Vault Girl, just because I like a little decoration. I'm going to ignore him really quickly. So, if you go to the right, this will be a garden. I haven't put any plants down yet. Your dwellers don't actually require food in the vault, so this is actually just an optional thing I'm doing. This is the food room. There is a cooking stove and a soda machine, which is part of the DLC and part of the main quest, so that's where you get that if you want it. Over here is the clinic. Nothing really important here, just a bit of clutter to make it look a bit natural, as well as the actual clinic store, which looks really awkward, but I had no other way to put it in there. Yeah, head up. There's actually residential areas for every dweller in the vault. They each have their own room. Nothing in it yet. I've yet to decorate, as I want to build the vault before I did any decorating, but they each have their own bed. And they'll each have their own, like, clutter to, like, represent, like, oh, someone lives here. And then if you head up here, this is where the Overseer is. That's, when you finish the DLC, you become Overseer. So I didn't really decorate it until I was in charge, at which point then it became a huge clusterfuck of shit. So when you come in, there's, like, an American flag, as this is a vault. My window to glare at my dwellers when they're not working. Like that. On the chair, I put a projector just because I like a little bit of clutter on the desk. And I can't have a natural way of doing that. This is like the Vault Power Armor, which is just a set of T50 I had lying around in Sanctuary. A bunch of lockers filled with nothing. A lot of this is just nothing. There's a Nuka-Cola poster because I like a little decoration. Then you get into the room I set up for myself. You have a Vault Girl and a Vault Boy right by the door. Yeah, the pommel horse, which has by far my favorite animation for anything in this DLC. Not so much the actual animation, but when you dismount, your character does this nice little twist. Always fun, especially considering he's wearing a tuxedo. We have same sort of crafting stuff, just because I like to build. Clean jukebox, armor stands, which I'm going to put the Minutemen uniform and Kellogg's uniform on the opposite sides. I have a Mirelurk Queen claw resting over my head just because you had to kill one as you emptied out the vault. I have no bobbleheads. They're still all in Sanctuary. I have to clean that out. I have Brotherhood of Steel flag, as they're the faction I side with. And I have a nice little sitting area, cigarette or trash can for you to throw your junk into. And then, I have the computer for you to find where your settlers and your companions are. I have my old plasma rifle resting right there, as I got a Deadeye one, which is infinitely better, as the less slow time on it makes it so much easier to get the kill shots. And the last thing I'm going to show is in maintenance. Now, something cool about the DLC is that you actually get this huge open area to build in. I didn't use all of it, but I still wanted to like show it off. So I sort of left this open area with my fusion core, and I even went out of my way, since I had extra storage room in like the build center, to go, and I made it so that each of my pieces of the vault were like rested on something, and I made it look like, oh, this really is an unfinished vault. So I wanted to make sure it felt like an unfinished vault, as that's what Vault 81 was supposed to be. But since it'd be unrealistic for your character to have actually built all this stuff, I did build some stuff, but then left part of it unfinished. Just to sort of keep it a bit lore-friendly, but also, you know, to be able to build my own vault. Like I said, a lot of this went unused. There's stuff over there. There's stuff down a tunnel I can use. Nick Valentine's following me, and that scared me to death. A little funny story before I finish off here is actually in the original layout, because I had a completely different layout when I did like the actual story with this DLC, and I had actually had a room over there, and that was where I was staying, is like way over here, and I had left my power armor, the X01 power armor that was in that room over there, over in here. So I looked over here, and all of a sudden I just saw this weird, ominous figure like slump-headed over there, and I thought I knew my game wasn't haunted, but for a split second I was like, oh god, there's ghouls coming. But anyways, so that's sort of the settlement in its entirety, and thank you for watching, and I'm gonna end this off.